Police have confirmed an explosion at 42nd Street and 8th Avenue in New York City. That's about a block and a half away from where we're sitting right now. A senior NYPD official telling NBC News that one person sustained a minor injury and that person is in custody. The White House saying that President Trump has been briefed on the situation. Joining us now on the Squawk Newsline, Bill Gavin, the former FBI Assistant Director. Bill, thanks a lot for phoning in on such short notice. From the law enforcement perspective, what are the next steps right now with one suspect in custody?
I think right now with the NYPD, of course, with their capabilities and with all the Port Authority folks, with the federal authorities, pretty well have that under control right now. It appears that it's probably just one individual, but the bottom line is they can't really just say it's over. They have to look at all the communication centers, the transportation centers throughout Manhattan. So it's going to impact upon the subways. It's going to impact upon the bus terminals, rail terminals. Every place is going to get an additional look to make sure that there isn't more than one individual up to this nonsense.
We have very limited information at this point. So why do you say you feel like it's a one individual sort of event?
Well, I think that's probably what they're looking at right now. The individual, it appears, and this certainly has to be looked at in detail, it appears that the individual involved has been injured and that perhaps it might have been a premature detonation at the 8th Avenue at the bus terminal. But they're going to have to look at everything. I mean, it's New York, and it's very difficult to cover everything. You can't stop everybody coming in and out of the Port Authority. You can't screen everybody coming in and out of the Port Authority. That's not a viable way to do business. So it's very difficult right now. But I think with all the authorities, they probably have this pretty well under control.
Bill, if the good news is that there are limited injuries, the bad news, at least from my perspective, and I just wonder, is the dynamic now officially changed? Up until this moment, at least in my memory, there had not been a serious effort inside the New York City subways that involved at least alleged terrorism.
Well, as I've been preaching for probably 3 years now, it's a matter of time with the railways and with the subways and the bus terminals. It's just another target of opportunity, and how well are people equipped to get at that target. And it's not an easy target, but it's not the most difficult one in the world either.
All right, Bill, thanks a lot for your time. Thanks for phoning in. Bill Gavin.
We know that one person is in custody. That's according to police sources. Only a few injuries right now, George, but police have video. They are confident that this is contained right now. But of course, as you know, this just happened. We're just learning about this, and all of these situations are always so fluid.
Yeah, no question about that. Meantime, subways have been diverted away from the terminal?
That's right, and you can see people. This is obviously a heavily trafficked area, especially at this time of the morning, where you have people going to work. All of these commuters rely on Port Authority. So police are doing their best to try to get people away from the area just to make sure that they have this all contained.
That is a live look at the scene at the Port Authority bus terminal here in New York City. Reports of an explosion earlier this morning, as we just heard from police. One suspect is in custody right now. Some people have been injured. Just getting the reports in right now. We're going to stay on top of this all morning long. We'll be back with it on Good Morning America.
We have confirmed from officials that there was an explosion near the 1 train and the E train here at Port Authority. I want to show you guys just how chaotic this scene is here. They're actually evacuating people right now from Port Authority bus terminal, and you can hear those sirens. They are blaring. More and more blocks are being blocked off here. As you can see, we have officers with rifles out here, and we have FDNY. Actually, a firefighter even told me that they were evacuated by the police department from inside that bus terminal. Actually, I just want to show you, you can see more officers there running inside Port Authority bus terminal right now, 42nd and 8th Avenue. You can see that they put up police lines and actually put up barricades. They are pushing people further east, and a lot of people we've been speaking to, a lot of the commuters are, as you can imagine, terrified. I spoke to some people who were actually inside the station when they heard some kind of loud explosion. Again, officials have confirmed that there was, in fact, an explosion near the E train and the 1 train. You can see that they're putting up barricades at each and every corner of this intersection. So we don't have a lot of information right now. What we do know, again, is that there was an explosion inside there. So you can see that we're trying to get people out as quickly as possible. And Dick and Mary, as you said, subway trains are clearly shut down here. So a lot of people are kind of just stranded here. They were on their way to work, now wondering what's next.